where's the next mega crap going to be? Boom Beach team, we need more loot, the game's getting boring. Where's the next update going to be? Hello everyone, it is Submarine, welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach. That is obviously a very exaggerated version of people whining and complaining about next updates and stuff. But every single time I see someone on either Facebook, the forum, Twitter or on any other social media platform, or my comment section for that matter, I imagine them basically acting like the way I did just now. So that's just kind of like overkill right there. This video is going to be pretty cool, however. I had the time to sit back, relax with the Boom Beach development team, ask them a whole bunch of questions about how they can improve the game and also why certain features are not there in the game, to, you know, answer some of the questions you might never thought you had them, but you actually were curious about, if that makes any sense. So without any further ado, I'm gonna talk about the Mega Crab first, because I'm pretty sure that some of you guys are curious about that. Why is it that the Mega Crab takes such a long time to respawn? Is it ever gonna be coming back? If it's gonna be coming back, I got no idea. If it is, I don't know when that's going to be. However though, what the Boom Beach team did tell me is that whenever they, you know, whenever they want to reintroduce the Mega Crab, it needs to be special. It needs to be something that you guys and me or the other Boom Beach YouTubers never saw coming. So the addition with the cryo bomb, I think that made up for the fact that the Mega Crab has been away. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to do the Mega Crab that much because I was abroad, but still, I got to enjoy a great bunch of it, and I hope that you guys really did enjoy it. So why is it that the Mega Crab is not here every single time? It will break the game, because the Boom Beach economy is something that needs to be carefully considered. If you're gonna be giving everybody the exact amount of loot that they need, the game's not gonna be fun. It's no longer gonna be challenged to get all of those upgrades done, and the Mega Crab brings a whole bunch of loot with it, so it wouldn't be the best idea to always put in the Mega Crab, if that makes any sense. So adding in the Mega Crab every other month or every few months seems ideal for the Boom Beach team, but honestly hope that the Mega Crab is going to be coming back, but then next time with yet again another twist. That'd be kinda cool for the time we're waiting on it, right? Okay, so bunch of other questions. The first question is, if you take a look at the right top corner of your name, if you start up the game, you have your name, right? If you tap on the name, you're going to be getting the hashtag of your player tag. Now, some people actually did ask me, what is this for? And the Boom Beach team responded by saying that this is whenever something happens with your account, the Boom Beach team of support actually needs your player hashtag to find your base and see what is wrong with your account, so that way they can actually help you fix it. Now, I did throw the suggestion that we should have the ability to look at player bases based on the player tags. So hopefully they're going to be looking into that. They actually did say it's a cool feature if that's going to be part of the game. But once again, everything that I'm saying about, hey, this might be a cool idea and the Boom Beach team approved of it being cool, do not take it as if they're gonna add it into the game. Do not overhype it, because it may not happen and you might end up getting disappointed because of it. So take everything with a grain of salt. If the Boom Beach team is saying it's a good idea, sometimes even cool ideas don't get added to the game. They got a whole bunch of things, like they actually do really listen to your suggestions. I've been speaking to community manager of Boom Beach. He says that he checks the forum every single day, actually refreshes the forum like every hour basically to see if anything interesting pops up. So the Boom Beach team actually does read what you're saying, and they have been naming a couple of cool features that you guys actually named, which is pretty interesting to talk about. Anyway, people are asking, is there going to be any new content for lower level players? So what the Boom Beach team said was they're fairly satisfied with the way the lower levels are. Until headquarters level 10 at least. Like the low level game, if you're gonna be throwing too many functions and too many everything into the player's face, they have got no idea where to begin. So it's nice to build your character or to build your base slow, steadily, and then after headquarters level 10 or so, get all of these events. So maybe on headquarters level 11 or something like that, we're gonna be seeing something new inside of the game. But for now, yes, they might be planning for something, but once again, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It might not just happen. Then they asked a global chat. Is there going to be a global chat for Boom Beach? And the answer to the question is very simple. I could basically answer that question myself. No, that's not going to be happening. If you've ever played Clash of Clans, take a look at the global chat for an hour or so, and then you will realize why it's never going to be a thing in Boom Beach, because people are quite nasty in the over there. So you know, that's why it's never going to be a thing. A suggestion from myself to the Boom Beach team, I asked them, is there a possibility to always be able to see what rank you are for the global and locally? And once again, they said that's a cool idea. Not sure if it's actually going to be a feature inside of the game, but for the top ranking, you can see yourself from the top 30,000 in the game. So right now I think that's about 950 medals for global, but I'm not sure, I cannot quite confirm that right now. Then there was a bug in the game that whenever someone made player base nodes on your archipelago, they ended up resetting after the operation is done. They're currently looking into that, so hopefully that will be fixed. Then someone asked something about name change, because I got this question from time to time in the comments. Hey, why is there only one name change? I want to have the ability to change your name more often. And it all comes down to, because Boom Beach is a very group-driven game. It became a very group-driven game. It would be really confusing if everybody would be having the ability to swap their names every single time. So I asked them, like, what would be the scenario if it is like, let's say 3 or 6 months in between the last name change? And they said it all comes down to the same thing. If you're on a big task force, people would not be able to identify who you actually were, even though it gives a pop-up notification. The player might not be online at that time, so there's not going to be an additional name change, unfortunately. Then, is there any plans for resource bases? Because sometimes I do see the comments and I do notice it myself. I'm not really doing anything with resource bases, but I did suggest maybe something like a King of the Hill or something like that would be a cool idea, and then like divide the amount of like resources you're going to be getting from resource base. Stuff like that would be kind of cool, but they didn't really specify anything about that. Then I asked, are there going to be more achievements into the game? They said there's no plans for new achievements, but of course if there's going to be a new event or something like that, or some new big feature where they're like, hey, there's probably like a room here for an achievement, of course they're gonna be adding that into the game. Then, something that Niles asked, and it was about skin colors or troop skins or something like that. Is there gonna be anything like that, or decorations available in Boom Beach? And then the game designer, the Boom Beach game designer Matti, actually kind of agreed with the fact that we should have something that will personalize your base a little bit more. So I threw a couple of suggestions here or there. I said something like, wouldn't it be cool to have like your task force flag or your emblem, something like on your headquarters or something like that, or be able to change the outfit of like your troops that you're attacking with. Anything major, but they actually thought it was some cool ideas here and there, and they might be doing something with that. You know, it's always cool to see these changes in base designs and everything like that, but we'll have to see if something like that is gonna be happening. But they say it was a good idea. What they said was a bad idea, however, when it comes down to decorations, is country flags, because those always bring a whole lot of controversy. Like, if you don't add one flag, then that country is gonna complain about the fact that that flag is not going to be there. And adding, like, I don't know how many countries there are in the world, but more than 200. If you're gonna be adding more than 200 flags, that's going to make the game quite a bit bigger, because it all needs their own graphic and stuff and place in the store. So, you know, it's safe to say that that is not going to be happening. But this question got inspired by the fact that the Boom Beach versus Red, versus the AIDS campaign that they were holding against AIDS, battle against AIDS, you had the ability to get like a red headquarters or something like that. So, you know, there are possibilities there, I hope. Then I asked the Boom Beach team, is there going to be something like a submarine location timer? Like, whenever there's going to be, that you have the ability to see whenever the next submarine is going to be there. And they said, well, that would kind of be a cool idea. We need to figure out how that's going to be working, but once again, not set in stone. Then, friendly test attacks within the task force. Also a question from one of my task force members, is there going to be an ability to test attacks within the task force? And the answer was a blatant no, because, you know, it's like they want to encourage you to actually try attacking yourself. Like, test attacks don't really make a whole lot of sense, and the reason for that is Like, you can just practice yourself to become a perfect player. And that would kind of like give you the advantage over others. So, you know, it's kind of unfair to do something like that. Test attacks, of course there would be different scenarios, but the Boom Beach team likes the way the game is set up right now, where it's encouraged to actually attack within operations, but also normally. So they want to kind of stick to that formula already. Then I asked them, could Power Stone chance be a little bit more specific? As in, you tap on the statue that gives you Power Stone chance, and there would be like an explanation somewhere explaining what exactly it is that it does, because a whole lot of people have a whole lot of questions about that. I do understand it, and I try to explain it, but it's kind of easier if it's already there. So hopefully they are gonna be adding something like that. And then I think the final thing that people were curious about, are there gonna be heroes in the game? And the Boom Beach team, surprisingly enough, was standing open to that. They talk about it apparently every single time that they want to add something like that into the game. But they have tried to put a hero inside of the game, of course, under development build. But that did not work out, they said. So, you know, they have been trying, but maybe in the future there will be a hero. Who knows? So once again, a lot of I'm not sure questions. It's a good idea, basically. I just want to let you know, and I want to reassure you that every single suggestion that you have always come to good play. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be leaving the link to the forum in which you guys can go out and suggest something. That's going to be the sub forum for suggestions in the game, and from that point on you'll be able to submit your suggestions by making a forum account, and that way the Boom Beach team will actually read up to it. If the suggestion is actually a good suggestion, then by all means. Now I did tell them to kind of like, you guys might hate me for this, but I feel that RZM is kind of overpowered inside of the game. And I did ask them, like, maybe there can be like a new defense inside of the game, but also add a new troop in the game, so that way RZM isn't so overpowered from the way it is. Because if you take the smoky hook attack strategy, that requires a whole bunch of skill to actually pull that one off, where RZM or Taximatics is a little bit less than RZM, you know. So that is when you take RZM, not Taximatics. Taximatics is actually rather easy if you know what you're doing, but RZM is the easiest attack strategy, and also the most effective one right now, I feel, and very costly effective. So, you know, maybe they hopefully will be make it a little bit weaker, but then add a new troop inside of the game, if that makes any sense. Anyway, what I'm doing right now, if you are watching this, I am probably right now streaming the moment you saw this video go live. So make sure you head over to my Twitch stream. I will be streaming at 9 PM local Dutch time. So type in, like, go to a converter, Netherlands time, look it up. At that time, I'm starting my live stream. I'll probably be streaming for 2 or 3 hours. We'll see how stuff is gonna be going. Anyway, I just want to say, if you wanna ask me more questions, make sure you do that. I just want to say also thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure that if you guys like this video, to boom, give it a thumbs up. That being said, this has been Reversal for Boom Beach. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.